I just want to win a state championship. Like, I just want to get a ring on my finger. So I'm pushing the guys, like, they probably don't like it sometimes, but I was really trying to push the guys to like lock in and focus and do what we got to do so we can play on the big stage and get that ring.
You've been grinding since you were just a kid. We know because we were there.
In fact, Bank of Clarendon has been supporting you and other community efforts since 1932, and we aren't going anywhere.
So when you're ready to really invest in your future, we will be here for that too. Dream big.
Bank local with Bank of Clarendon.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My youngest brother, Zyeir Rose, he's playing DN right now, a junior. Ken J. Rose, that's my oldest brother. He played here 4 years at linebacker. He went up to play at University of Charleston in West Virginia. He graduated from there. I just follow in his footsteps. Like in the neighborhood, we used to have big football games across the neighborhood beside us. So we just had big football games and they was playing. I was too young at the time. So during the summer, me and him actually, we woke up, well, I actually set my alarm because he didn't like me coming to practice with him. So I set my alarm and I used to come to practice with him and he used to get mad at me a little bit, but my mom used to let me go with him. So I used to be out there on the sidelines while they practicing over the summer. And game times, I used to sit over there and just watch him play. I just seen how hard he used to work, the sweat that he used to put in. So I know I was gonna have to put like the same amount of time and grind harder, you know. So I just followed in his footsteps and it got me here. My brother's middle school year while I was in elementary school, we used to watch a lot of Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and that really came in the picture like, yeah, this is where we want to be. So, and then like we just started falling in love with it. So we were like, okay, we're gonna let football take us here. Let football take us to school, we're gonna use football to like get different places in the world. Even though if it's not the NFL, it can get us a free education and take us across the world. I was always playing with people older than me because it was me and my youngest brother and a couple other dudes. We was always the youngest, so we couldn't pick our own games up because they take the field over. So just to get on the field with the big boys and then you do something, they'd be happy. So I was playing around with them a lot. So I actually like got on their level, so I'm playing above my grade and stuff. So yeah, I was always playing with people like older than me. Helped me out a lot, like just learning more stuff than like an average middle schooler. You know, learning like real football coverages and gaps and stuff like that. So I was actually learning while he was learning, so it kind of put me ahead of my grade and stuff like that. Then I moved up to JV, and then I played with those like a couple days, and I moved up to varsity. And I was just learning from like O'Donnell, stuff like that. I was just learning from people like that, and I was just kept learning until I got my shot on the field, and I just played hard. I was just soaking it all in, like, you know what I'm saying, taking notes, learning from them, learning from like Ty Lee Craft, Marcus Lane, Justice Boone. Like, I was just learning from them, like, they were being leaders and watching over them, so I just soaked it all in so I could have spread it on when it was my time to be a senior. A few games, it was getting possessions. I get this possession, he get this possession. I think a player went down a couple games in, and the player went down, and that's when I got my first chance to start. But I got my chance on kickoff, made a couple tackles there, and then I started, like towards the end of the year, I started starting every game. So I didn't even notice they was at the South Carolina camp until I was doing the one-on-ones and Coach Lockwood came up to me. And I looked at his shirt, I was like, oh, that's App State. And some coaches from another school, they moved to App State, and they was talking to me a lot. And then they moved to App State, so that kind of fall in the picture too. I'm grateful and blessed that I got off my plate early. You know, I didn't want to really go into my senior year. Just like, I'm not one of those guys that don't really have an offer yet, and I can make this decision early. So I'm grateful that I can make that decision early. When you're 5'9" playing, they'll say, oh, you 5'8", or they don't know you got different measurements of when you go here, when you go there. So yeah, they was really on the size thing a little bit. I was just like, my film, it don't lie, it's there. So it really came down to that, and when I came to camps, they really wanted to see my size and stuff like that, how much I weigh. Yeah, I know it was gonna come in the picture. Like I said, my brother, my oldest brother, he played linebacker, but he wasn't the biggest. So that kind of fall into what he was doing too. So I know that they really take size up there, but I didn't really worry about my size because I know what I got and I know what I can do. So, you know what I'm saying, just playing hard and playing physical, like. So I just had to play that role and wait for my turn, then it came.